Hello, bookish friends in the internet. Welcome and welcome back to my channel. My name is Drew, and this is Drew's Ambitious Reading. And for today's video, it's one of my favorite time of the month. It is time to film my June book haul. So this is my June book haul. Hopefully none of this stuff is backwards. So if they are, that's gonna suck. So actually, let me stop and see if this is backward real quick. Hold on. Okay, cool. It wasn't backwards, which I thought it was, but it's not. Anyways, we are here to film my June book haul. This is actually what I'm going to call my birthday book haul as well, because as you guys know, my birthday is June 12th. Thank you all so much for the birthday wishes and the gifts that you guys all got me as well. You guys did not have to send me gifts. I also forgot one book, so let me go grab it, because I realized I forgot it in my TikTok video. Because I'm so used to already having it. So, there's that. Sorry, I'm a mess today. So, before we jump into the actual book haul, I wanted to talk about my 3 current reads, because 3 of them are very different. They're actually 2 are from the same genre, one's a middle grade, so let's jump into what I'm currently reading. All 3 of these were on my June TBR, so if I finish these by the time the 30th comes around, I'm gonna be so happy. I feel like I'm gonna finish the middle grade first, but I also feel like I'm gonna finish one of these other books first. So let's just jump into what I'm currently reading. I'm filming this on Tuesday the 27th, and I have, what is that, 3 days, 28th, 29th, and 30th. Yeah, 3 days left in the month. So hopefully I'll finish one of these. I have a feeling I'll finish all 3 of these, to be honest, because I have audiobooks for 2, and then one of them I physically reading. Anyways, let's jump into the one that I'm physically reading. I just started today Amari and the Great Games by B.B. Alliston, Alliston, and this is the 2nd installment of the Supernatural Investigator series, I think is what it's called. I am very excited for this. This was one of my most anticipated reads of last year, and I just never got around to it. It was on all my TBRs since it came out over the summer, and I just haven't got the opportunity to pick it up. But when you guys will see my weekly vlog of this coming week, you know, my TBR jar picked it out for me, and I actually have my sticky note as my bookmark. Currently, at the time of me filming this, I am 4 chapters into this one, and I'm enjoying being back in this world. I'm just hoping it will pick up soon. And this is a sequel, so it's hard to say what's happening in here, just because I don't want to spoil you guys of what happens in here. But I've been hearing nothing but amazing things about this series so far. I've been recommended the series multiple times ever since book 1 came out. I loved book 1, read it, absolutely adored it, so I'm happy to be back in this world. And yeah, hopefully I'll finish it by the end of this week. The next book is on my Camp Season-a-thon TBR, and that is Infinity Sun by Adam Severa. This is Adam Severa's first fantasy book, and I'm not loving it so far, so I'm kind of thinking of DNFing this one, which will be my 2nd DNF of the month. June has not been a great reading month for me. The reason why I want to DNF this book is because it's very similar to HP, which even in Adam's dedication, and I saw in the acknowledgements that he mentioned HP as well, and I was like, as somebody who supports the LGBT community, they shouldn't really be supporting HP and JKR. I don't know, that's just kind of my opinion, because I kind of got away from that fandom, and I know a few of my friends have got away from the fandom, but I am still wanting to continue, because I do hear good things about this one, and I know I loved all of Adam's works in the past, so maybe I just need to continue reading in this one. And like I said, I have the audiobook from my Audible account right now, so I do want to focus on finishing this one this week as well. The back of this book says, "One brother is the chosen one, the other has to make a choice." Dun dun dun. This 3rd and final book I am currently reading is also a finale, and that is The Dragon Promise by Elizabeth Lim. Like I just said, this is the 2nd and final book in the 6 Crimson Cranes duology. You guys know I absolutely loved 6 Crimson Cranes last year. It was a 5-star read for me. I'm really loving this book so far. I love being back in this world. I really miss this world despite it being only 2 books. I actually think her Radiant Curse is going to be set in the same world as well, so that's exciting. I haven't read the summary of her Radiant Curse yet because I didn't finish the Dragon Promise, which is this one right here, obviously, duh. But also I made huge progress in this week. I have a feeling I'll finish this either tonight or I'll finish this tomorrow at work because work has been very slow lately. So I love that and I hate it at the same time, you know. But yeah, this is the second installment of the duology, and I'm hoping to, if I do complete this, this will be another series I get wrapped up in my June wrap up. Jumping into my book haul, I have no particular order, but I do have a bunch of ARCs here, which if you don't know what ARCs are advanced copy readers that get sent to you either from publishing or authors themselves. One of these I got sent by the author, the other one I got sent by my friend Charlie, and then the rest I just got sent from publishing. So these are my ARCs I have right here. So first ARC comes out July 25th, so I need to read this one sooner rather than later, and that is Bonesmith by Nikki Peretta. This is the same author who wrote Wings of Shadows, and I absolutely love that trilogy so much. So this is the first book in a brand new, completely different trilogy. It says, Ready Your Blade, Defeat the Undead. It's supposed to be somewhat a young adult version of Gideon the Ninth and less confusing is what I heard from all the people who got an arc of this. I know my friend Charlie, she tried to read this one this month and she said she DNF'd it like halfway through. So I'm kind of nervous for that because me and Charlie, as you know, we have very similar reading tastes. And yeah, I just know nothing about this book, to be honest, except it's one of my most anticipated reads of the year. And I'm thankful to Charlie for sending this arc my way. This next book I got sent to me as an arc from publishing company, or not publishing company, by the author herself, because I was just talking to her that I've been waiting for my pre-order to come in, and she's like, oh, I have extra arcs if you want me to send you one. I was like, yes, please. So that is Kiss the Girl by Zoraida Cordova. This is the third installment of the Meant to Be universe. I'm not sure if it's a trilogy or if there's more books. I think from what the author Zoraida have told me, there might be one more coming in here, but I'm not too positive, so don't quote me on that. This book comes out August 1st, I think. I'll try and leave the correct release, or not try. I will leave the correct release date down below. I just have too many arcs to remember. I really need to get cracking down on my arcs because, as you can see, we have a lot. This is also underneath the publishing house of Hyperion Avenue, in case anyone was curious. This says, a modern tale following your dreams, falling in love, and finding your voice. Part of the acclaimed best-selling Meant to Be collection. So yeah, read the first two before reading the third. Even though I don't think you really have to read them in order because, like I said, are companion novels. But I read If the Shoe Fits by Julie Murphy, loved it. I haven't read the By the Book one yet because I was waiting for my pre-order to come in. But now I don't have to do that because I have my arc. Next book I got sent to me from a giveaway I won on Instagram via the author's Instagram, actually. And that is Champion of Fate by Kendare Blake. I'm so excited for this. This is the first book in a brand new series that is a spin-off series to the Three Dark Crowns universe. The back of this says, this epic duology started by the #1 New York Times bestselling author Kendare Blake followed a young woman training to shepherd a princely hero to victory. Perfect for fans of Alexandra Bracken and Stephanie Garber. And then I didn't realize, I thought this was just like paper receipt in here, because that's what I get sometimes via shipping through publishing house. But this was actually a little note that Kendare Blake wrote herself. She said, hi Drew, thank you so much for entering the art contest. I hope you enjoy Champion of Fate. And she has her little signature in there, so I'm definitely keeping that because that is something to remember of her, something so sweet to remember her by. That's what I was trying to say. Gosh, I hate waking up from a nap and not knowing how to speak. But yeah, very excited for this. This comes out in September. Again, I'll leave the correct release date down below. Another arc that comes out in August, wow, is House of Maroon by JL. This is the first book in a new series. It says Ball Gowns and Betrayal, Magic and Mystery. Decade, or what? Mystery. Decade, Descendants and Darkness, I think. I cannot read. Anyways, that's the back of the book for you. I don't know why I was messing up so bad. Stephanie Garber believed this book. She says, dazzling and deceptive, the perfect escape. Ooh, love it. So again, thank you, Penguin Teen, for sending this arc my way. I cannot wait to read and review this one for you. And I literally think I'm going to read this so it can get me out of my reading slump. Because when you see my June wrap up, you'll see I'm in a bad reading slump. The final arc in this book haul is The Only Girl in Town by Ali Condi. This is the same author who wrote the Match trilogy way back in the day. I believe this is her new new young adult thriller. It says, what would you do if everyone you love disappeared? What if it was your fault? Gosh, I cannot speak today. This one also comes out September of this year as well. And I saw while flipping through the book, like just flipping through it, that the chapters are really, really, really short. So I'm going to physically read this one. But I generally don't love reading books physically when they have long chapters. Kind of a pet peeve of mine. So I'm definitely going to add this into a weekly reading vlog here. I think I might actually add this to my July TBR, because one of the TBR knockout prompts is to read a book with blue on the cover, and obviously there is blue everywhere, so that can work for that prompt. The next book I got was sent to me by my friend Jeff. I'll leave his Instagram down below. Thank you so much, Jeff. I've already read this book, and I gave this one a 3.5 out of 5 stars, and that is Loveless by Alice Oseman. I think I only gave this a 3.5 out of 5 stars because I thought this was a graphic novel, because like this illustrated cover makes me think it's a graphic novel, but it was actually a full length novel, which I still enjoyed. There was some nice ace rep and bisexual rep in here as well. So once again, thank you, Jeff, for buying me a finished copy. I had this on my wish list, that way I can get a finished copy, and that way it can like come on my shelves and replace my art copy I have, which is up there now. But yeah, thank you so much, Jeff. I cannot wait to read more Alice Oseman this year. Then the next book was sent to me by my friend Lori here at the Chatty Bookworm. She actually has a booktube channel here, as you guys know and love her on our channel. I'll leave her channel down below. She bought me 3 books actually, but this one came up in the pile first, and that is a brand new copy of All My Rage by Sabaa Tahir. Funny story about this, I was doing my bookshelf reorganization, and I was like, I am missing 5 books. One of them is at my friend's Taylor's house, which I don't know how it managed to get to her house. But I was trying to look for my signed copy of this from like the year it came out. And I could not find it anywhere. And I was like, I know I didn't unhaul it. I know I didn't bring it to Y'all West with me last year. And I don't know what I did with my copy, but it's nowhere in my room. Literally nowhere in my room. So I asked my friend Lori, I was like, hey, if you want to give me anything for my birthday, can you get me a new hardcover copy of All My Rage? Also, she picked this book out for me to read for my friends, picked my TBR out. I'll leave that video up above or down below. But yeah, my friend Lori bought me a copy that I can finally read, because I've been hearing nothing but amazing things about this book. I mean, hey, it won the National Book Award. So, congrats, Sabaa. Next up in my book haul stack is The Grimoire of Grim Fates by Hannah Alcalaf and Margaret Owen. This is a short story collection. The tagline on this says, 20 hours, 18 students, 1 murderer. And it says, Professor of Magical History Symptoms Dropwort has just been murdered. Not everyone at the Gallade Academy for the Extraordinary is a suspect. So, sounds so good. There's a lot of favorite authors of mine, like Mason Deaver, Hafasa Falazier is in here. Kimwa Mabala, Elo McKinnery, Taylor K. Mehej, and Julian Winters are in here. Very excited to... Oh, and Mariki Ninjkamp is in here as well. Very excited to read short stories from those, because those, like I said, are my favorite authors. And then there's other authors in here that I'm excited to find out if I will like their writing or not. So, looking forward to this. Next is a book that I actually bought myself, and that is You're Not Supposed to Die Tonight by Caitlin Barron. I showed this off in my weekly vlog, so I'm not really going to talk about this one. I was kind of shocked of how short this thriller is, and on the back of this one it says, "At Camp Mirror Lake, terror is the name of the game, but can you survive the night?" Like, what more do you need? These taglines have just been selling me. This next one I also bought for myself as a birthday gift because I had an Amazon gift card from my aunt. Thank you so much, Aunt Michelle. And I bought Last Canto of the Dead by Daniel Jose Older. This is the sequel and finale to this duology. I am so scared and sad to say goodbye to this world already because I absolutely loved book one. I gave book one 5 stars and I devoured book one in like a day last year. So I'm excited to read this during the summertime. And also scared because I don't want to say goodbye to this universe. Sorry, I sounded like somebody was home, but they're not. But yeah, this is a very exciting new release for me. I'm not going to say too much about this, but it's the newest book in the Rick Riordan Presents company. This next book I also read already and really loved. I didn't 5-star it, which is kind of weird that I didn't, but that is The Stolen Heir by Holly Black. I give this one 4 stars, and I read this earlier this year. It was a book I borrowed from my library, and I absolutely enjoyed it. I enjoyed it so much that I bought myself a copy, also so it can be in my Holly Black collection, and also because the cover reveal for book 2 just got revealed, and I cannot wait for it. The sequel comes out in March of next year, so I do have a long wait to go for the sequel, but nonetheless, looking forward to seeing how this duology is going to wrap up. The next book is from my June Owl Crate unboxing, and that is Threads That Bind by Kika Hatasopoli. I'm so sorry for butchering. This is a beautiful edition. Like, the back says, "Feel your fear and keep going anyways." And this is holographic image on here as well. So, like, the desk jacket is literally, like, 3D printed. And then, sorry, I'm trying to make sure that doesn't fall. That's the back of the book once again. The front. And then the beautiful artwork on the end pages. Yes, please. And then also same on the back. Oops, not me hitting it. There's also the author letter bound on the inside of the book now, which I absolutely love that they're doing that. And then also this is a signed copy from the author. Is it just me, or does this looks like JK? Like, the author's last name or first name is Kika, and then it's Kika H. This looks like JK to me, unless I just don't know how to read cursive. Let me know if this is the same in anybody else's Owl Crate book. But yeah, I thought that was kind of funny that the signature is kind of wrong. If it's the wrong signature, that's going to be weird but sad at the same time. So I hear nothing but amazing things about this one. I actually got an e-arc of this from the publishing company, which is Penguin Teen. They sent me an e-arc of this a while ago, like as of last year now, and I just never got around to reading it. So I know I just checked out the audiobook of this from my Libby account. Sorry, I don't know what's going on with my nose today. I feel like that always happens when I film. Anyways, I have an e-arc of this from the publishing company, and once I read this, I can put my review in and hopefully get my NetGalley score up, because your boy's score is so bad. Next book is actually one I have in my library right now. I had a paperback copy of this, and then one of my coworkers slash best friend, Kaylee, hi Kaylee if you're watching this, she was getting rid of her Cassandra Clare books, which I don't know why you would do this, Kaylee, because they are so amazing, but she got rid of Clockwork Prince and I'm gonna totally destroy this stack right here. And she also was getting rid of her copy of Clockwork Angel and Clockwork Prince by Cassandra Clare. I mean, look at these. These are first edition hardcover original covers. Like, what? And this one even has the original exclusive story that's on the inside of the book. Like, why would you get rid of these, Kaylee? Thank you so much, Kaylee, for sending these my way. She said these are like a birthday gift to myself, or for me, I should say, because we were hanging out during my birthday eve. And I was so excited to open these, even though I knew what they were. And all I need now is just to find a hardcover edition of the original cover for Clockwork Princess, and my Cassandra Clare books will all be in hardcover finally, with the exception of the two I found at Copycat. That's okay. But yeah, I read these already, loved them, so love having them in my library now. Next book is a book that my friend Jessica, I'll leave her Instagram down below. She got me this for my birthday, and this actually came late just because of how busy I was and how busy she was. And that is Mystery of Thorn Manors by Margaret Rogerson. I actually read this one already and absolutely loved it as well. I didn't realize like how many books I've already read from this book haul, so that makes me so happy. And it will make my mom so happy as well because she put me on a book buying ban. Read this already. This is in one of my monthly wrap-ups. I don't remember which one, but read this, loved it, gave it 3 stars. Even though it was a 3-star read, I'm still gonna keep it because Sorcery of Thorns was one of my favorite books ever. Next is a graphic novel that my friend Charlie sent me because she accidentally bought 2 copies of this book, and that is Star Wars The High Republic Phase 2 Volume 1, Balance of the Force, written by Cavan Scott. That was a mouthful of a title. So basically this is the first graphic novel installment of Phase 2. Absolutely cannot wait to read this. I devour these graphic novels in like an hour like that. So I'm definitely saving these for like a rainy day here in Vegas, or just a book to get me out of my slump. I might actually read it after this video, so this might be my June wrap up. Another book that my friend Charlie got for me, because she also bought 2 copies of this by accident, and that is Love at First Set by Jennifer Dugan. She also very kindly sent me one of these trans flags that is a bookmark that says Pride on them. So I love that for us. But yeah, this is a highly anticipated read for me. I know Charlie read this already and she absolutely loved it. She 5-starred this one. I cannot wait to see what this is about, because this is Jennifer Dugan's first adult romance novel. She's known as a YA contemporary author, but now she's diving into graphic novels, adult romance, young adult thrillers. So it's kind of cool to see your favorite author diving into new genres. So looking forward to this one. Definitely perfect for the summertime, obviously, and perfect. It would have been perfect for Pride Month, but I wasn't able to squeeze it in. The next book my friend Lori bought for me. She actually got me 3 books this year, so I'll show those off at the same time. My friend Lori got me Love and Monsters by Max Walker. I actually knew nothing about this book going into it until I heard Lori talked about this on her Instagram and also just her YouTube. Once again, I'll leave Lori's channel down below. Don't know too much about it. Sounds super cute. All I know is it's a male romance novel, and it was apparently Lori's 5-star read of the year, and it's like her #1 favorite book of the year as well. So that is high praise coming from her, and I'm excited to dive into a new author. So this is a new to me author. The next book she got for me, I actually asked her to buy me this one because I was too lazy to buy myself a copy, and that is The Last Fallen Realm by Gracie Kim. This is the 3rd and final book of the, The Last Fallen Star trilogy. I don't know the actual name of the trilogy. This bugs me. I'm going to be buddy reading this with my friend Clint over at Reads Readers here on BookTube. We're going to be buddy reading this in the month of July, so you'll see this again in my July TBR. Very excited. Finale of a middle grade trilogy. Hopefully it doesn't make me cry like all my other finales have lately. I'm looking at you, Wings of Shadows. The next two books I'm gonna show you at the same time because I bought these while on my vacation in Maine. I bought these at the Boothbay Harbor bookstore. I don't know if that's the actual name of the bookstore. I'm so sorry. But I got The Isles of the Gods by Amy Kaufman. This I just couldn't pass up to get. My mom was like, you can only get one book, so you only have enough room for one book. But I actually had enough room for two. Sorry, Mom and Dad. But like both of these were my most anticipated reads, so I cannot leave them both behind. This is the first book in a brand new series by Amy Kaufman. She's an auto-by author of mine, and I just can't wait to dive into it. I watched an author interview of her doing about this book, obviously, and the author interview just kind of sold me about it. So very excited for this. Like I said, it's one of my most anticipated reads, so moving on. The next one is, or was, my May book club pick for my Queer Reads book club, and I didn't get a chance to read it because I did not have a copy, obviously, and I'm going to play catch up in July like I always do, and that is In the Lives of Puppets by TJ Klune. This I was super excited to see at the bookstore because I was anticipating it, but I didn't realize that this was a signed copy. Like, what? That's so exciting. I never see like signed copies of books in bookstore that often, so when I saw it in Maine, I kind of just screamed. I was like, oh my gosh, this is so exciting. And for it to be by one of my auto-by authors, I'm like, what are the odds that this happens to me? So I was very excited for this. I'll leave my main vlog up above or down below. Go check that out, please. Very excited for this. Don't know too much about it, so we'll see if I like this one. Hopefully, hoping to read this in July as well. The next book I have is another book I need to read during the summertime, and that is Best Vacation Ever by Jessica Consolo. I talked about this in my weekly vlog as well. Got this during my book shopping trip. It says, 2 best friends, 5 hot guys, 1 dream vacation. What could possibly go wrong? I love Jessica Consolo. She's becoming an auto-by author for me as well. This next book, my friend Melanie from Completely Melanie recommended me to read this month, and I haven't yet, but I'm going to be rolling over all those books over to my July TBR, and that is Love Theoretically by Ali Hazelwood. I haven't read this one yet because I was waiting for my pre-order copy, which is this, obviously, to arrive in the mail, and it finally did, so I cannot wait to read this, even though I haven't read the other 3 books yet in the universe, so hopefully I'll get around to reading The Love Hypothesis. But yeah, definitely want to read this, and been hearing nothing but amazing things about this book and just Ali Hazelwood as an author in general, so really looking forward to this one. 2018 me can never say really looking forward to a adult romance. The next book, I was supposed to be buddy reading with Donna, but Donna finished this book before me. I'm looking at you, Donna. I'm 40 pages into this one, and that is Where Echo Dies by Courtney Gold. This is the same author who wrote The Dead in the Dark, which is absolutely one of my favorite books of the year so far, and I cannot wait to see I cannot wait to finish this one and to see if this will be on my favorite list as well. I also bought this during my Barnes & Noble book shopping trip, so there's a video about it somewhere on my YouTube channel. Next one I bought at Target as a early birthday gift to myself, and that is Lying in the Deep by Diana Urban. This is the newest thriller by this author, and as you can see, I think I'm getting in my thriller era, especially for young adults. So if you have any like good gripping thrillers, I definitely would love the recommendation. So looking forward to reading this. Also, I got this because it was 30% off at Target, and it was also because I have an e-arc of this from NetGalley, and as you guys know, I mentioned this earlier in the video, but as you guys know, I don't love reading ebooks that often, if ever, so I bought a finished copy in order to read it and once again get my NetGalley score up. This next book is a book that my friend Jessica got for me as a birthday gift to me, and that is This Is My America by Kim Johnson. This had been on my Amazon wish list for a while now. I think I added it sorry, my alarm is going off. I think I added it as soon as I heard about it. It kept getting all these high praise, and I just feel like this book is somewhat still relevant. If not, it is relevant. So looking forward to reading this, and hopefully I'll love it as much as I think I will. And getting down to my final 3 books, I have my final 3 books. The first one I got at my Barnes & Noble book shopping trip, and that was, oh, my cover's not on. I forgot about that. Sorry, my cover wasn't on all the way, and that is Garden the Curse by Katie Rose Poole. I actually think I might be getting another copy of this book because I looked at the July theme for Owl Crate, and I think this might be the book. So if it is the book, yay future me, but bad future me. Because I bought this book because it was out on the shelves early, and I was like, oh my gosh, I try not to get books early, but this is, again, another book on my most anticipated read list. Don't know too much about it, except I love the There Will Come a Darkness trilogy. I've only read the first 2 books. I need to read the last one before reading this. This is not set in the same world or anything, but that's just kind of like a rule I have with like new authors or just authors in general. But yeah, I think this might be the July Owl Crate pick. The next book I got is another book that my friend Jeff got for me, and that is Zachary Yang and the Dragon Emperor by Xiran Jay Zhao. This is the same author who wrote Iron Widow. It says, to save a metal... Wow. To save the mortal realm, a young hero must journey into a world where myth and history collide. It just sounds so good. I saw a lot of people that I know who read middle grade love this book and just raves so much about this book. Gosh, I cannot speak today. I'm so sorry. But this is a first book in a new middle grade series, so I haven't read Iron Widow yet, but I think I might jump into this one just because my middle grade mood is kind of here, you know, and I don't get in the middle grade mood a lot lately, especially since I've been reading a lot of adult books. So yeah, thank you, Jeff, once again for getting this for me as my birthday. Cannot believe you did that. You are an amazing friend, and I love talking to you about Heartstopper, Kelly Clarkson, music, anything related to that. So yeah, thank you so much, Jeff. And the final book in my June book haul is the biggest book of the haul, is To Sleep in a Sea of Stars by Christopher Paolini. I am really, really excited for this. I never thought I would be excited to read a 700-page book, but my friend Jessica, who I mentioned earlier in this video, she bought me this book for my birthday, and I just can't believe she did that because this book is not only heavy, but it also is expensive. And I was like, oh my gosh, Jessica, you did not have to give me this. And I think the sequel to this is out. Fracture Noise, I think is what it's called. So if it is the sequel, I can binge read the first 2 books, and then I think I would have to wait for the 3rd book. I love Christopher Paolini's writing because he's the author of Eragon. That's one of my childhood favorite series. And I cannot wait to see what he has for his sci-fi works. So there you have it. That is everything in the June book haul. I would hold them up in a stack, but literally I have 3 huge stacks here next to me, so I'm not gonna hold them all up. But thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, hope you did. Please give me a big thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, turn your notification on so you don't miss any new videos coming from me soon, and I'll talk to you guys down in the comments below. If you like to better read any of these books, let me know down below. If you made it all the way through this video, please leave an airplane emoji, just because I was talking about my vacation and I just finished watching Manifest on Netflix. Leave an airplane emoji down below if you made it all the way through the end, and then once again, I'll talk to you guys down below. Bye.